Good evening, everyone.
Hello.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Well, some of us had more of an Happy New Year than most.
Aye. Very true.
I'm on about you.
Oh,
I'll put it this way, you were trolleyed.
oh golly. I've only just recovered. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. I mean, unlike myself, I mean, I was sober, but certain somebody was absolutely trolleyed.
Yeah, but I had 5 Budweisers and 2 small whiskies, honest.
So, hiya, Steve.
Hello, Steve-O.
Yeah. Happy New Year to you.
Slightly persisted.
Yeah. Happy New Year to the 3 that's watching. So, yeah.
I'm one, but I'm over here.
And I specifically put the hashtag "Are you hungover" for a certain person. The first thing he went for was a tablet as soon as he woke up this morning. Yeah. So somebody was slightly hungover, and it wasn't me. Although I did partake in a Smirnoff Ice and 2 Malibu and Cokes, but I was as sober as a judge, believe me. And then he got up to go to the toilet at 4:30, and I told him something. And then this morning he says, Did you tell me something during night? And I went, yeah. He says, well, can I for life on me remember what it were? I says, well, you were, what's wrong? Nothing. Just laughing at Chris. Spoke to me at 4:30. Obviously, we're still a bit, inebriated at 4:30 in the morning. And he'd said something to me, and I'd said, oh, somewhat back. Hey?
Johnny's fault with his rum.
Yeah. So he's blaming Johnny because we didn't actually go neither of us went live, but we did join Jonny 5 on his live stream. So yeah. Chris hiya, Amjad, how are you? So yes.
Hey!
We did have a nice fun evening. It were, with lots of laughs, etc. So yeah. It made a change for neither of us to go live and sort of to go on somebody else's while they were live, but thoroughly enjoyed it. We had a laugh. Sort of just laughing at Johnny because he'd nearly drunk a bottle of rum, and this was like before they'd even started. So yeah, it were a good laugh. Happy New Year, baby. Happy New Year to you as well, Steve. I assume you're referring to me. So, yeah. Although I did partake, I didn't partake as much as what Chris did. Let's just say.
Never again.
He said that to me this morning. He says, never again, never again. I went, yeah, till next time. We wasn't live, Becky, but Jonny 5 went live, and we actually, I went Wednesday, and I weren't in tip-top condition yesterday either, but Jonny persuaded me to go on his panel. So yeah, unless you subscribe to Jonny 5, I mean, it won't notify you anyway. But mine and Chris's plans were we were just going to have a quiet night, obviously 2021, as plans were, we were just going to have a quiet night. Just the 3 of us.
As quiet as a fog on that.
yeah, so I noticed Jonny were live, so I went in and said hello, and he kept pecking at me to go on his panel. So I said,
to go on first, didn't he?
yeah, it was sort of wanting Chris to go on as well. So we both bowed down eventually, and went on his panel. So yeah, and then about it got, you know, he sort of stayed on till, you know, after midnight, and basically about 1:15, Chris were flagging a lot. So about 1:00 we went, but I do understand that it went on a bit longer after we left. So how much I'm not sure. So but yeah, so much so that Chris were actually falling asleep in his chair. What time did you and Chris go to bed? Just curious. Happy New Year, Jonny. Just telling them about last night.
You recovered, Jonny, or you starting again, mate?
Oh, don't shout. So yeah, we went. I think it was about 1:00, weren't it? I think it was about 1:00.
About that.
Yeah. So best about it though, obviously Chris fell straight asleep because he was trolleyed. I more or less fell straight to sleep. And then all of a sudden at 2:15, all I could hear were fireworks going off. So that woke me up. It says not tonight, already on bed. So obviously still recovering then. You were well trolleyed, honestly, Jonny. Chris weren't far behind you, put it that way. So yeah. If you'd have seen him last night trying to walk from toilet into bedroom, it's wondering he didn't go in Callum's room. It was that you know, it's a good job there were one sober among us. Oh, well, you see, this is the thing, Amjad. It quietened down here a bit when we first initially went to bed about 1:00. And then sort of like a jolt out at blue, they were relatively close. About 2:15, I woke up with a start because of fireworks going off. I was fine. I threw up about 8 a.m. allergen breakfast, coffee, bath, and workout. Job done. But you see, that was the thing, Chris kept it down, if you know what I mean. But the bucket was on the landing just in case. But he managed to keep everything down. But it was on standby just in case. But it wasn't needed, let's just say. I have an inch of rum left in the bottle. And that was full before I started the live stream yesterday.
We're drinking out that bottle next.
Yeah, honestly, it were hilarious, Jonny, you know. I was just saying to everybody, his plans were we were just going to have a quiet one, but sort of that went down pan when I saw you alive and whatever. So, where is Bella? I don't. She's not been very well, Steve. She's had a fibro flare up, so that's it till March. Hey, funny thing is, Jonny, Chris said to me this morning, never again, never again. I says, yeah, until next time. He's still got a bottle of vodka and some whiskey left yet.
And a shed load of Budweiser.
So yeah, we had a good laugh. It were a good laugh, Steve. Thoroughly enjoyed it. So as I say, we'd sort of said we were going to have a quiet one, and then sort of all that went out the window when we went on Jonny's. So I think he'd got other plans for us, you know. And on top of that as well, hiya, Jamie, how are you?
Oh, no, stop!
Oh, good. Tracy was on live till 5:30. Oh dear. But yeah, you know, well, the thing is, when I woke up I got woke up about 2:15 because everybody knows that I'm a very light sleeper. Oh, Metal 40. I've never heard of that one.
What?
She was on Metal 40's live.
No idea.
So anyway, I woke up about 2:15. I tried as I might to get back to sleep. I couldn't because a certain black cat was on my pillow. So one, I were uncomfortable. Two, I couldn't get back to sleep after I'd been woke up by these fireworks. I came down and I did some baking, put washer on and everything. So yeah. Oh, he's a hardcore rocker, is it? Oh, I'd not heard of him. But you see, this is the thing, Amjad. Most at night we heard fireworks going off. After midnight, yeah, we still had, you know. I was out cold at 8:30. I've seen way too many New Year's. But, you know, hence the reason. I mean, I'd not been very well Wednesday. I went to 100% yesterday, but I thought, well, you know, I'll pop into Jonny's, and then we sort of got look him up, Jeanette, you'll find Tracy hammered in corner of the panel. You know, as plans were, we were going to have a quiet one. You know, neither of us had decided we weren't going live, but then we seen Jonny were live, and, you know, the rest is history, so to speak. But, you know, I thought to myself, you know, well, I'm awake now, I'm wide awake because I got woken up by these, you know, they've been going off all night, and then it's sort of quiet and I Am Quiet was a very sensible show, so sensible I deleted it. Well, I looked, Jonny, and you'd had over 200 views. So, you know, obviously you've deleted it since. So yeah, all night fireworks were going off here. But then sort of when we went to bed at 1 o'clock, thought things had quietened down a bit. And then it all kicked off again about 2:15, I think it were. So I came down and I did some baking. Trolling, that's an understatement. He says, my wife, this is Jamie, my wife and I made our own fireworks, not what you think. I pissed Luan off again. In other words, normal night, lol, Pixie's channel. Amjad says they've had snow.
Oh, you had snow?
It's only light snow.
Oh.
It didn't settle. But the thing is, Amjad, I saw a weather forecast, and apparently there's this polar blast coming in, and it says between 1st and 16th of January, we're due to have about 2 weeks worth of snowstorms. So I don't know, you know. Hiya, Carolyn. Hiya, Gordo.
Hello, Caroline, Gordo.
Yeah, I'm glad to see you. I'm laughing at Jonny says half two, a switch in my brain went lay down, fall down. But that's sort of your brain's telling your body, you know, you'd had enough. But yeah, I were killing me, Senate Chris. It was sort of like 1 step forward and 3 steps back. You know, and that's how Chris were last night. I'd got the bucket on hand on the landing just in case, but it wasn't needed. but he needed the paracetamol this morning.
Oh,
Let's just
God.
put it that way.
Yeah.
So he got up about 9 o'clock. So Brexit happened as well as the New Year. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. We're free of the EU. So yeah. But I just could, and he kept saying, "Hope you don't want any cream on tonight," because I have this Algicel cream because I have a lot of inflamed muscles. Tracy was live with me on Metal 40's show. Next minute, I disappeared. Hiya, Parknest, how are you?
Parknest, all up.
So,
nice
yeah.
to see you last night.
Yeah, Chris says it was nice to see you last night, Parknest, even though you couldn't get a word in edgewise. It was nice to see you. But, TMI, Gordo. He says, I left Johnny's stream early last night. Mrs. G wanted my body. Hiya, Paul. Happy New Year to you.
Hello, Paul.
So, yeah. Carolyn says, hello, Pixie in the background.
Hello, Carolyn.
It was nice to see you, but I can't remember what you look like because they were hammered.
I could see 3 monitors though. That's what it probably.
Oh dear. I went to Killjoy. I did have a Smirnoff Ice and 2 Malibu and Coke. So I did partake. How is your son doing? Yeah, he's all right. Carolyn is you know, is
very nice off Instagram, and he's on his Xbox.
Yeah, basically he's bought a new Xbox. Now he's sort of on his Xbox and away from like social media a lot. He's all right. Hiya, Bella. How are you? It's not what you're thinking. She was cold. She wanted to snuggle up to me, the dirty bugger. Oh, dear. Hiya, Luann. She says, don't believe a damn thing Jamie says. He wishes we had personal fireworks. If he were Pinocchio, his nose would be 20 meters long. Oh, dear. Johnny says, lol, partners, that's me off the beer till March. Now up to my training next level. But you see, Chris said that this morning. He said, never again, never again. I says, you know, there's still some Budweisers in there. He's still got a bottle of vodka. I says, yeah, till next time. So yeah. Same as I say, I weren't feeling 100% in myself. I got up Wednesday morning. It were basically every single part of my body were killing me. My knees, my ankles, my hands, my shoulders, everything. You know, and basically, it made me feel unwell because every single part of my body ached, right? You know, more or less from head to toe. So that's why I didn't go live Wednesday. I weren't 100% yesterday, but I felt a bit better. I'd been pouring like cream on my back because I think my sciatica's playing up again. How do, lad? So yeah. Yeah. So yeah. I'm feeling a lot better, sort of aches and pains wise. Chris has actually ordered me some gloves that's especially for people with arthritis. Yeah. So I in turn have ordered him some because they were on about Happy New Year to you as well, Bella. I forgot that.
Happy New Year, Bella.
So he were on about wanting a pair of gloves, like when he goes out with the drone, that are heated. Now, so I ordered him some, and they basically, you plug them into a USB thing, and it's got like a heat pad or something in it. So you charge them up, and this heat pad lasts for so long. So they actually like fingerless mittens, but it's like got a flap on it. So, and I says they'd be ideal for Chris because obviously he needs his fingertips and everything when he's doing the drone. But once he's done what he's got to do with the drone, they like flap things that come over, so he'll be able to cover his whole fingers over with them, plus as well as them being heated as well. So he's going to be all set now. So yeah, so that was that. He's ordered me some, you know, for me, like arthritis. In Pennsylvania, we have Dutch heritage. Thus, traditional New Year's meal is pork and sauerkraut. Does UK have a similar tradition? P.S. I also made cabbage rolls because I like those. But not really, Luann. You know, I mean, it's just you know, the tradition here in the UK is New Year's Eve, everybody gets, you know, trolleyed off the Reds, and, you know, and that's about it. And then they pay for it next day and spend all day in bed.
Excuse for a feel.
Yeah, I totally agree with you there, Bella. She's put, hi, Kate, how are you? Happy New Year to all. Let's hope it's better than the last crappy one. But on a sort of, well, not so positive note, we've got a polar blast coming in, and apparently we're in for about 2 weeks of snow. So I don't know how true it is.
What? 3 weeks of snow?
Happy New Year to you as well, Kate. Yeah, his ears pricked up then.
What?
I ordered some doggy bone shaped cookie cutters from eBay. We've already made some biscuits. They turned out great. Well, there you go. You know, still can't beat mine though, Gordo. It was like minus something yesterday, Kate, but it's been a little bit warmer today. It's all right. I'm just having a look. Right, it was saying, I think Zinette wants to swap those cutters with hers. It's actually 3 here. So
shorts on there if it's 3 Celsius.
He says it feels like 0, but anyway, but it like it minuses yesterday. It's actually been nice on cars, very cold. So yeah. But yeah, I mean, I don't know how true this is about this. It's so much to do with a polar blast or something. I don't know. And apparently, it's bringing like 2 weeks of snow. Yeah, Eaton is on and can still feel the cold. But the thing is, it's all or nothing. We are eating, Kate. It's like, if you don't have it on, it's cold. But within half an hour of putting it on, you know, you sort of sat there sweating. You know what I mean? It's because you see, we've got a radiator right here, which is what. Oh yes, Ian says 2 weeks of snow. Yes, for Scotland. Hi, Ian, by the way. Oh dear, it's all right. Bella's just made a joke in. She says me and Chris ain't got a chance if we go out 2 foot of snow and we're buggered. I think what she's tried to say is they're both short horses, basically.
I was 6 foot tall, Bella.
Oh dear, but yeah. Oh dear, that one were a good one. I've been here a little while just listening. I hope you had a good night last night, Ian. I did see you go live. I did come on and say hello, but I were on Jonny's panel.
I told him you were on Jonny's.
Oh, right. So I did sort of come in. I were multitasking. Oh. To add flavour, we used cow and gate baby food. The dog loves them. He sits there drooling when we get the tin out. But this is the thing. It weren't. I mean, like, it was showing you on Sky News, all countries had still had fireworks. Yet UK were only one that didn't have fireworks.
Did they?
Did they? It weren't. It were like all. It were all lights, apparently.
I watched it this morning.
You all have just too much fun. That is great. We did. We had a laugh. He says, "Did I? I was rather drunk." Well, you're not on your own there. Chris were hammered. Jonny were hammered. He finished a bottle of rum off. He says there's about an inch left in the bottle, and that was full yesterday. But I mean, Callum put sort of telly on at midnight because he come down. And basically, there were still people out on streets.
Yeah, but police ushered them away quickly.
But you know, they were still out in you know, whereas they were supposed to be like socially distancing and in tier 4 and everything. There were pictures in the sky of Captain Tom NHS. There were tiny drones. Oh,
brilliant! Brilliant how they did it. It was like a bird, and all they took with drones, and they were like flapping wings and that. Brilliant how they did it.
London was pre-recorded. It was filmed on Tuesday at 3 a.m. Oh. But yeah, I did see Ian's status. He were a bit trolled himself, so he didn't get up till lunchtime. Was the countdown on the telly last night? Yeah, because we were sat waiting for Big Ben to chime. But yeah, you know, same as I was saying earlier on, we'd got plans just to have a quiet one, just the three of us. We decided neither of us were going live, and then we saw that Jonny were live, so we thought we'll pop in. The rest's history. But Kate says, "Oh, I wondered why I saw buses going along the Brigden traffic, thinking they wouldn't be running that time of night, would they?" Oh, partner says, Richard Twice, Nightly Whiteley, and the lover of Carol Vorderman. Oh boy, did they pop in? Who popped in?
Us.
Obviously, Johnny's, you know, suffered alcohol amnesia. But
I can't remember who we had on this panel last night.
Oh, before I forget, can anybody remember Alan Bradley from Coronation Street? Yeah. He's died today.
Was he?
Yeah, early hours this morning. Who is there an owl in the room? But yeah, and it were the villain, the one that, you know, hounded Rita and got killed in Blackpool under a tram. Well, he's died this morning. And actually, her that plays Audrey Roberts, Sue Nichols, is actually married or was married to him in real life. Oh, Carol Vorderman lives not far from.
From where?
Carol Vorderman lives not far from me. Oh, no. Yeah, his character did get killed off in Blackpool, got run over by a tram, but that's him that he's died this morning. I forget, did it say 82 or 92? Anyway, is married to Sue Nichols, who plays Audrey Roberts in Coronation Street in real life. It were a tram, Bella, not a bus. Hi, Johnny. Did you and Tracy have a good New Year? I think they did, Kate.
I think they had too much of a good time.
Because we had to laugh. Can you remember? Coming out at bedroom and Tracy would lay on floor in front of bathroom? Now, at the time, I don't know why she did it. I don't know why, but Johnny came out and Tracy would lay on floor outside bathroom on landing. So if Johnny sort of could enlighten us as to why, I don't know. So well, we've took a few down. We've took Christmas cards down. We've took the ones off the walls, but tree's still up. Yeah, but that's coming down tomorrow.
I need you to take that down today.
But yeah, so we've sort of took Christmas card. Well, Chris has took Christmas cards down. The things that are on the walls, he's took them down. Tree's still up. Was this on it were on Johnny's live last night. So we were 92. I couldn't remember whether we were 82 or 92.
What?
Partner says Mark Eden, who died today at the ripe old age of 92. But he had suffered with dementia, I think it said. He'd been suffering with. Yeah, so Chris has took a few down. The tree's still up, so he says that's coming down tomorrow. So Johnny, what happened? To be honest with you, it was Mark Eden. Alan Bradley out Coronation Street, who had just been on about Bella. That's him that played Alan Bradley. Well, he's married to Sue Nichols, who plays Audrey Roberts in real life, or he was. So yeah, we're just waiting for Johnny to tell us why Tracy will lay on landing. I don't know. They were, they were going on and whatever, so we didn't sort of get to the bottom of the reason why she will lay on landing. It says something about KFC, so I don't know. You know what they're like when they've had a few sherbets. You know what I mean? It sort of didn't make sense, rhyme or reason. You know what I mean? So we're just waiting to Johnny, if he hadn't fell asleep, to find out why she will lay on landing. So I don't know. I don't know. Douglas John Malin. Ooh. So no, I don't think she was sick or anything, Kate. I don't know why. I'm just waiting for, Johnny to tell us why she will lay on landing. Because he sort of, I don't know whether he got up to see where she were or he got up to go to the toilet, but she will lay on landing. She didn't look sick or anything. I don't know. So yeah, I were baking it sort of 3 o'clock this morning. I'm just making the tres leche cake tomorrow. I tell you what I made, Amjad, because I was going to do it on a live stream. I made the chocolate magic custard cake. And we were going to do it on Tuesday on a live stream. But it's rather a complex recipe. And same as I said to Chris, by the time you've made it, and it's got to be in oven for 40 minutes, it's going to be too, how can I put it, time consuming to do on a live stream. Because I thought, well, I'll make it, you know, because I'd never made it before. And what it is, Kate, is, hi Vanessa, how are you? It's, you start off, you separate 4 eggs. Now you use the egg yolks, you do the egg whites, you make the egg whites till the, you know, like when you're making a pavlova or a meringue or something. Now you set that aside and you do your egg yolks and caster sugar, and then you need like 400 and odd mils of milk, but it's got to be lukewarm. You melt your butter, blah blah blah. And then right at the very end, you add the egg whites to the mixture. Now, when I put it in tin, I thought to myself, it don't even seem like a cake mixture. It were very runny. So basically, I put it in the tin, and it's got to be in oven for 40 minutes. But it's come out all right, but it's like a bottom layer, a layer of custard, and then like what I call like a crust on top, like a cake crust on top. It's come out all right. It's come out fine. But I thought, well, I'll make it. But it's very time consuming. It's very complex for a live stream, if that makes sense. So I've decided on something else. I sent Tracy a recipe, caramel banana blondies. I know I did something with bananas last week. So once I'd made it and found out the complexity of it, I thought, nah, this is not ideal for a live stream. You know what I mean? It's too complex to think to do on a live stream. So yeah, so I thought, well, I'll put that on back burner for a little bit. So I have made it. It did come out all right. Callum's the only one that's had any. I don't think he says it were nice, but I think he weren't sure about the custard bit in the middle. So Jonny, we've been waiting for you to say something. Why was Tracy late on landing last night? Sort of, we didn't quite get why she was late on landing. So yeah, I have complex issues. But from my point of view, Jonny, it is it's quite a complex recipe to actually do on a live. So I've sort of shelved that one, doing it on a live. So I did send her another recipe. Quite a, you know, the caramel banana blondies, I think it's I have the plum pudding recipes of my mum's mum, 3 gen. Oh, she sat on step and then needed a light. Oh, you see, we couldn't understand, you know, why she was late there. And I says, to be honest with you, I says, you know, you were that trolley that you didn't make any sense. So we just wondered why she was late on landing. No, you're mistaken. That's Jonny. So yeah, so having made it and gone into the complexity of it, I don't think it's like suitable for a live stream. So yeah, so I've got plenty of other recipes, you know. I've got cooking recipes, I've got all sorts. It was you know, after making it, Oh, yeah. On Instagram. So yeah. So while it turned out all right, and it, well, according to Callum, you know, he says I wasn't that bad. Oh my God, I remember most of it, I think. But yeah, so it was sort of resorting to plan B. I'll have to have a look for something else that's a bit more sort of straightforward and whatnot, and the science behind it. I mean, how it does it, I don't know, if that makes sense. Because you've got like a bottom layer, a layer of custard, and then like a cake layer on top. Obviously it separates, and anyway, so I don't sort of I don't sort of understand the science of it, but turned out all right. I scheduled 17th of July, the 2022 one now is 9 p.m. What? So is that the next time you're going live in July? Oh dear. But yeah. So yeah, it's like Chris talks to me. It woke up. It's just a calendar. Oh right. He got out to go to Lav about 4:30. Well, I'd only just like gone back to bed then. Oh, you book it 2022 Eve live. Oh. So anyway, he gets out to go to Lav. I'd only just gone back to bed. So we were talking, and I told him about me ordering these gloves, and I says, I've been downstairs, I've had washer on, I've been baking, whatnot, and he couldn't remember this morning. So he says to me, he says, did you say you've been baking? I went, yeah. And then he says, what else did you tell me? I says, I told you, because you'd ordered me these gloves for room, arthritis. I've ordered you some that you wanted, like heated gloves. So, but he couldn't remember what I told him this morning. But hey ho. What did I say? Did I call you an old fart? Hope not. Well, not in so many words, Johnny. But you did call Chris. What did he call you?
Like I said, I can't remember.
Well, I don't know. But the thing is, Johnny, we all sort of say things whilst drunk. Oh, you meant Chris. Oh dear. But anyway, it's a case of we all say these things when we've had a bit too much to drink, and Johnny and Chris have both slept since then. There were a lot of things said, Johnny. But the thing is, I mean, I weren't drunk and I can't remember. I mean, that's just my old age and me, got a crap memory sort of thing. But, half it. Comfort, strawberry and Lilith. Ooh. But, you know, I mean, I didn't have a problem with sleep about 3 when room stopped spinning. Keena woke me up at 8:45. Oh dear. Oh dear. But you know, I mean, mine were nothing to do with you know, alcohol. It was just that, you know, bad memory. Just got a crap memory. Baby, will you get me a t-shirt out of there? I'm sweating with this jumper on. Explains why I'm on the bed now. Oh dear.
I'll be able to fall asleep before long.
Place one leg. There you go, Johnny. Next time, Vanessa says, place one leg on the floor to help with the spinning.
I know lots of some.
Yeah, but I were laughing at Chris. It was sort of like going forward and then going back a bit, and it eventually got into bedroom. You know, but I couldn't stop laughing. There is a pink one in there. So yeah. I says to, I really had fun last night. We had a laugh, Amjad, you know, it were a really good laugh. There is a t-shirt, that one with buttons up front. So yeah. But I thought, well, you know, by the time he gets to bed, it'll be like 3 o'clock in the morning at this rate. And then he says to me, I hope you're not wanting any cream on your back or your legs. He says, I probably end up putting it all over, you know, all over everywhere in your hair and
everywhere, body where it should be.
I'm just going to take this t-shirt off. I'm just going to...
make sure you take the camera off.
Yes, I am going to do. So I'm still here. I checked in at a B&B. The landlady asked me if I had a good memory for faces. I say yes. She said, a good job you do. There's no mirror in the bathroom.
That's a good one.
Oh dear. If I had placed my leg on the floor, I would have slid off the bed. I think Chris was saying, Johnny, you know, quick, get in bed while before you fall over. Oh dear. Because it sort of took him about 3 or 4 attempts, you know, to get into the, you know, into the bedroom. Eventually got there.
Oh dear,
I have to do it 2-step, weren't it?
1 step forward, 3 steps back.
Yeah, it were doing the military 2-step was Chris.
You put your camera back on.
Yeah.
I must be about 5 hours behind.
Yeah, it is a bit behind. So it'll come back on in a minute. So yeah.
We hope.
Well, I have. I'm there. It's just that YouTube's behind StreamYards, obviously. So. Oh dear, but it were a good laugh last night, Johnny. You know, and it were. How can I put it? Oh. I'm retiring from drinking. I will never, ever, ever stop. So there were one thing I was just worried about, Johnny. When me and Chris went, you told me that you loved me. Mind you, Tracy did as well. So yeah. that's just one thing sort of we were a little bit worried about. Jonny was saying, love you, you know, and Tracy was saying, I love you too. And, you know, so I said to Chris, I said, I'm getting a bit worried about Jonny. I mean, like when Chris is drunk, he's like what I call a sloppy drunk. He's not. It's a Sunday dinner for. I just had a delirium nocturnum. Oh, what's one of them when it's at home, Vanessa? But yeah, you know what I mean. You know, my New Year's resolution is 1080p. So yeah, you know, I mean, Jonny's a bit like Chris. I mean, when he's drunk, he's more like a sloppy drunk rather than a violent drunk or anything like that. He gets very sloppy and, you know, oh, I love you, baby, and, you know, all. We do. We adopted you, lol. Paperwork in the post. So this is the thing, Jonny. If you've adopted me, where were my Christmas present?
It went table that he got you.
Only asking, like, you know. Nah, I'm only joking. Yeah, so watch out, Jonny, if I'm drunk around you. But yeah, Chris is more of a slobbery, sloppy drunk. You know what I mean? He's Gordo says he's a comical drunk. But yeah, you know, he gets all mushy when he's had a drink. I am going to visit Duck Farm next week. Hopefully I can buy some eggs.
Ooh.
So what did you get drunk on, Gordo? You know, obviously you partook in the I'm a head down the loo after sniffing the cork drunk. But this is the thing, Bella. I mean, like, everybody were drinking on Jonny's light, and I thought, well, when I first went on, I got coffee, and I thought, well, everybody else is drinking. That's Royal Mail. It's in a pile. So, yeah, when I first went on Jonny's, I was drinking coffee. And I thought, well, everybody else is drinking alcohol. So I had a Smirnoff. And then I had, but this isn't bad till about 1 o'clock in the morning, Bella. I was only drinking Iron Brew. I had a Smirnoff, and then I sort of had 2 Malibu and Cokes, but I only had the 3 drinks all night. That were it. Because I weren't feeling 100%. I'll admit I weren't feeling 100%. Seems to be like I take too many meds that mess up getting drunk. I can't see to even get a buzz. But you see, the thing is, I'm on a lot of meds as well, Vanessa. So it's like, I don't like to have too many. I mean, I had a couple of small Malibus and Coke and a Smirnoff, and that were it. So yeah, so I no. Simple answer.
No, I think
It's too late. I've already done it. But it were like, what were it? -1 or 2 here yesterday. It were really cold, but it's warmed up slightly today. You're going to turn that heating off now. But you know, it's same as I said to Chris, is this like the calm before the storm? Because we're on about we're having this snow.
Well, Scotland's had a shed load of snow, haven't they?
Yeah, but I mean, it's supposedly coming down the country, if you know what I mean. It's a case of, you know, are we going to be next? Are we, you know, I don't know.
Well, just as long as my SD card comes and my battery comes, I can do what it wants.
Hey, that's the thing and all.
What?
It was supposed to be here like Wednesday.
Well, I don't know if it's come yet, do we?
Oh, that's it. Hiya, JDS. How are you? Happy New Year, by the way. But it's, you know, it's probably start in Scotland and then sort of slowly work its way down country. It is. It's a long time. It's a long time no see. I hope you had a good New Year's. So yeah, you know, it's probably bound to hit us at some time. Chris, Amazon Prime is your friend. You can get most stuff the next day.
Yeah,
yeah. It calls me Jeanette Amazon Pickering.
Yeah. Did I get shares off for Amazon?
You have to message me, Gordo. Yeah, we planned on a quiet one, but then Jonny 5 went live and we sort of went on to his and that sort of all went out at window. Chris was trolleyed.
I do, lad.
Oh, me and Baz have found that leaving the heating on constant on a very low setting costs less than turning it off and on all the time. But you see, same as I said, Bella, it's like all or nothing in here. You know how big our living room is. So we've got a radiator right in middle. You know, it's only like Kate says, let me get the decks in from outside first, then it can snow. But the one under window is quite a big radiator. And it's like all or nothing. It's either too hot or it's too cold. But I've had Amazon Prime for quite a while. So now, because you see, Chris ain't got Prime. I'm the only one that's got it. So if he wants anything ordering, he gets me to order it. Vanessa's asking what TGT is.
Great minds, Vanessa, great minds.
Oh, the Grand Tour.
What's the Grand Tour then?
It's them that used to do that driving show thing. Yeah, Clarkson, that's it. Did you message me, Gordo? Because I told Gordo to message me because he says he thinks he knows who trolleys. It says it's going to be 2 degrees in. Ooh. It looks like we're going to get. I don't know if it's ice or snow.
Snow. It says on my phone Saturday night.
Tomorrow, 2nd of January. Snow showers tomorrow.
Woohoo.
Or 3 idiots with a camera. So Gordo, message me and tell me who you think that troll were. But yeah, it looks like it's gonna.
Oh, Top Gear take it to the next level. Okie dokie.
Yeah. Hiya, George. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Georgie Party.
Did you have anything nice from Santa, George? Hiya, Edward. You know how big my front room is? We could all keep warm sitting round a polo mint. But it's either, you know, we've only got to have it on half an hour, Bella, and it's like I've had to change my top because I've got a jumper on and I was sweating. You know what I mean? It don't take it long to warm up in here. I hope my ducks. It's Pete.
We got Pete Thomas and Edward Thomas. Any relation?
Hey, you know who Pete Thomas is?
Yeah, Pete Thomas and Edward Thomas.
Oh, yeah, Edward. Just claim this acetylene and oxygen filled plastic bottle exploded by itself. Our neighbours growing up would do that instead of fireworks. Yeah, there's somebody called Edward Thomas. Is he any relation? Oh, yeah. When I said, oh, we'd get Pete to, you don't know Pete. He's made some what they call Grantham biscuits. So I said we'd get him baking, didn't I? And we're having quite a good. He says he used to buy them off at Goose Fair at Nottingham. So yeah, and then we got on about mushy peas, and I used to have mushy peas and cockles, and we were having quite the conversation. Some years since I've been to Goose Fair at Nottingham, but I can remember, mushy pea stall, and is one of your friends? Is he Eddie? I'll vouch for you. You're a good lad. There you go. Okie dokie then, Gordo.
We're not sure about Park Nest though. It's a bit dodgy. Are you looking?
Yeah. Never heard of him. That old recipe has too much sugar. My friend baked some with half the sugar, and they still look great. But I was just saying earlier on, Pete. Oh yeah, and Jonny Five's good friend. I think I can remember seeing you in like scrapping. But we went to bed because Chris were absolutely hammered, and we went to bed about 1 o'clock. So I just nodded off, and then all of a sudden, 2:15, fireworks were going off again. So I'm a very light sleeper. So I woke up. I went to little girl's room. I got back in bed. I got a black cat on my pillow, sprawled out, so I couldn't put my head like comfortable on my pillow. So I thought, sod this, I'm going downstairs. I put washer on. I even did some baking about 3 o'clock this morning, and I made a chocolate magic custard cake. So yeah, so yeah, while you see that we're going to be like a live stream, but I said it were a bit too complex to do on a live stream. But you see, the thing is, Callum come down before midnight, Kate, obviously to wish everybody Happy New Year. Callum went to bed about 12:30. Well, we weren't far behind him, and it were about 1 o'clock, I think, when we went to bed, because we said us good nights to everybody. Yeah, Gordo wanted to know if you're here, still here. Anyway, we went to bed. Chris were out like a light, like literally, like that. I sort of nodded off, and then I woke up with a start about 2:15 because fireworks were going off again. So yeah, so try as I might to go back to sleep. I couldn't, so I come downstairs and
Send it me, Gordo, see if I know who it is.
Yeah, so send it to Chris. I've never heard of him. well, Gordo's got an idea of who it was, but you know, he's messaged me. I've never heard of the person. I've stopped drinking so much coffee. I'm sleeping better. Well, I told Chris this, Bella. I says, Bella's sort of cut coffee out and she's been drinking tea. I says, and she's been sleeping a lot better. So Chris says, oh, I think I'm going to try that. He managed 1 cup of tea and that rate he's gone back onto coffee again. So, you know, I says, well, so much for that. You've had 1 cup of tea and that's it. So I did sort of tell him, you know, Bella says she's been sleeping a lot better since she stopped, you know, cut a lot of the coffee out and whatever. You know, she seems to be sleeping a lot better. But anyway, so he managed 1 cup and that were it. So then Callum was sort of eavesdropping when I was telling Chris about it, you know, about it. And so he says, oh, I think I'll, because see, Callum sort of flits from one to other. One day he'll want to, you know, we bought him some of that Nesquik, that milkshake that you mix with milk. So yeah. Oh, she says she just don't drink coffee after midday. Oh, but it, you know, it sort of, it all depends what mood Callum's in when he gets up. Mostly, oh, Chris wants to send him it to him as well, Gordo. But it's like none of us, Chris or Callum don't have sugar, but I don't have sugar either because I have pips of Bella calls them sweeteners, saccharines, whatever you want to call them. You know, I can't drink anything without something in it. I mean, I used to be like before I went on the sweeteners, I'd have 2 spoonsful of sugar. Now, a mate of mine says, well, we went on to sweeteners and, you know, and we haven't looked back since. So I'll just message you, Kate.
Everybody wants you to. Go on, I'll send it us. Oh, dear.
Hang on a minute. So it's Gordo's fault, she says. But yeah, it's a case of you know, no, but I've got sugar just in case sort of anybody comes, and I've got tea bags. Yet we don't sort of drink a lot of tea. Oh, Gordon Bennett. Bella wants to know now.
Never heard of him, Gordo.
No, neither have I.
No, never heard of him.
The
1-man band. Oh, you're Ronnie Pickering, a relation. Oh, dear. Because he does live streams, going to go and troll him.
So yeah, but yeah, so yeah, what were I saying? Yeah, I've always got tea bags in because not everybody drinks coffee. I've always got sugar in because not everybody sort of don't have all blah blah blah.
Thank you very much, Vanessa. I've got your comment. I just need to reply.
So yeah, so it's I've always got tea bags. I've always got sugar, saccharines. You know, to cover all eventualities. You know, not everybody drinks coffee, etc., etc. So, but it's like swings and roundabout with Callum. You know, he's when I order shopping, he likes this sparkling lemon and lime water. So it's either that or it's pop or it's milkshake, and occasionally it might, no, neither have I, Bella. You know, it's a case of, I think it's whatever it, when he wakes up in the morning, you know what I mean? You know, whatever takes his fancy sort of thing. So, you know, you never know, like from one morning to the next, what he's going to say, you know. Vanessa says I'd consume coffee 24/7 if I could. Anyway, so, you know, it's, you never know till he actually gets up in the morning what he's going to consume, you know, drink wise. You know, I mean, it was like last night. Chris run Budweiser's, and then he went out whiskey, and he kept shouting to Callum, "Callum, do you want a beer? Do you want to?" And he said he weren't bothered. I got him onto that lemon and lime water. So yeah, you know, but he weren't bothered. But then sort of when it sort of got near midnight, we shouted him down and we says, well, you can't sort of wish everybody a happy new year without alcohol drinking. And so we did have a Budweiser, but that was the only one that he had. He's a wine connoisseur as well. I bought some like Lambrini for Christmas Day, but I'd ordered drink with it. Yeah, I mean, Callum's not all that fussed. While he let odd one Kate, you know, he's not all that fussed. Anyway, so I'd ordered one of them big bottles of Lambrini, but when the shopping came, hiya Tracy, have you recovered? I'm not going to shout too yeah.
Hello, Tracy.
Happy New Year to you. So anyway, so when the shopping actually came, they didn't have any of those big bottles in, so they sent me 2 smaller ones. So so anyway, we always have a drink of wine with his Christmas dinner. Anyway, so Chris had a glass, I had a glass, Callum had a glass. Now, I'd only sort of drunk about that. I'm not a big wine drinker. Ooh, I have moonshine soaked fruits and cranberries. They taste yummy with vanilla ice cream. Ooh. So anyway, Callum had drunk his, Chris had drunk his. So Callum says, can I have another glass? So I says, yeah, you know, you're 18 now. Did you have splinters in your hands and knees, Tracy? So anyway, he wanted another glass. Chris wanted another glass. So by the time I poured Chris one out, there were only like a bit left in bottle. So I says to Callum, I says, there's another bottle in there. I says, I'll you know, so I says, you know, get me that other bottle and I'll top your drink up. So Callum had like 2 glasses of wine. Now I'm not a fan of wine. You know what I mean? I can either take it or leave it. You know, it's one of them things where, you know, I sort of go through motions. I have a glass with me Christmas dinner, but I didn't even drink all that. And sort of Callum came down a bit later on Christmas Day. So he says, "Hey, you still got your wine, Mum?" I says, "Yeah." I says, I'm not a fan of wine, Callum. So he says, "Aren't you drinking it then?" And I says, "I know what you're getting at, Callum." I says, "You can have it if you want." Oh, wines aged in bourbon barrels can be very tasty. Gordo says, "See what I mean with his content at Pixie's channel."
I do. Bit of DICK, if you ask me.
But yeah, so Callum sort of got a taste for the wine. It's not. It's more of a lager drinker, like what Chris is. But he's not fond on whiskey. I don't know if that started vodka yet. So, but I think everything sort of that's in barrels is best sort of Pixie's channel is awesome. And yeah, that will lemonade. So yeah, it were a case of waste not, want not. Callum finished it off for me because I'm not a big wine. Get him on the proper scrumpy, it will put him off drinking for life. But he's on about Callum, get him on proper scrumpy. But you see, the thing is, Gordo, he's a bit like me. He can either take it or leave it. Like last night, Chris kept saying to him, "Are you gonna have a Budweiser? Are you gonna have a Budweiser?" And he kept saying, "No, I'm not bothered." And then it were like, it come down just before 12 o'clock. Chris says, "Well, you can't see it New Year without a drink or anything, you know." So he sort of, he turned that eating off. Mm-hmm. He did say, I'll just have the one then. So we did have one, the Budweiser. Whiskey is aged in barrels previously used for sherry. That's where the colour comes from. Oh. But, I mean, I don't know whether Tracy can remember, but last night she was asking me, because Jonny had bought her. You know how I said I'd last night, Jeanette, I went on. Yeah, Jonny said, can you remember we were talking about this, Tracy, and Jonny had bought you something similar from Morrison's, but Morrison's own mech. And she says, "Well, what do you drink it with?" And I says, "Well, I have Malibu and Coke." It's basically, it's Asda's sort of knockoff of Malibu, so it's still the same thing. So yeah. So did you go on Malibu and Coke then? Because if you remember, Chris fetched that bottle in, and I was showing it you. It is the same as Malibu, exactly the same. Because I read the label out to Tracy, and it says beautifully blended with rum and coconut flavours, selected for Asda. It says produced and bottled in the Netherlands. Using Caribbean rum. Oh, you drunk it straight? Oh God, I won't drink it straight, Tracy. I've got to have something in mind. But I couldn't drink it neat. Oh, I did a Malibu infusion with pineapple. I bet that tastes nice. But yeah, we were on about it. Tracy showed me the bottle, and I says, "Well, the one I've got is Asda's, but it's called Coconut Bay. I forgot barley, something or other, weren't it?"
Something like that, yeah.
Jonny says he's never drinking tea and Maria ever again. Till next time.
I'm not drinking cider ever again, I know that.
So basically, Jonny had bought her this bottle, but it were a different name, but it was from Morrison's, whereas I got mine from Asda. But they're all the same thing. It's just, you know, that's Asda's sort of own mech. It's a lot cheaper than proper Malibu. And people are saying, oh, well, you know, it's not like proper Malibu, blah, blah. It is. It's exactly the same. Bella says, I can't handle my drink at all. I get sloshed on Lucozade. Gordo says, basically, fresh pineapple with a Malibu poured over the top and then left for several months to infuse. Vanessa says, I've been coughing for 2 dang weeks. It seems to scare the bejesus out of folks at the store. But this is it, you know what I mean? It's like me and Chris are both smokers. I'm laughing at what Johnny's put. It says one word for last night, twang. Yeah, that I've always said that all along, Partnest. I mean, it's like Asda's own beans and Heinz beans. They probably all canned it same factory, except, you know, Asda have their own labels put on them. You know what I mean? Stuff the pineapple into a bottle and stick it in the deep freeze for a while. Oh, but I've always said that, Partnest. They're exactly the same. It's probably bottled in the same place. You know, they probably do so many for Morrison, so many for Asda, so many for Tesco's, you know, and they all come under different names, except they all bottled in the same place. So, you know, I mean, it's same as I've always said. They're not going to say, oh, well, you know, we're going to make a cheaper version and we're going to, you know, blah, blah, blah. It's all the same thing, except they put their own labels on it. Tracy says he fell asleep on top of the bed. And when he woke up to go to the loo, he had all his clothes on and trainers. He did tell us as well, Tracy, that he were, you know, it's all Ralph. So if you want to know what Ralph is, it means, you know, he vomited about 8 o'clock. Yeah. They mix up great smoothies. Ooh. But, you know, it's just that, you know, they want these contracts off for Asda. They want these contracts off at Tesco's, Morrison's, you know, Sainsbury's and... Yeah, exactly, Johnny. He says he worked in a paint factory and they did that same huge containers, just changed tins and labels. Yeah, that's why we call it Ralphing. Ralph is the sound you make when you're barfing up. That's basically what I was pertaining to, Partnest, you know. Apparently we're Ralphing. But the thing is, I've always said, Bella, you know what I mean? They all made it the same factory, except they put different labels on it and call it something different. You know what I mean? You know, you're not telling me that they're going to sort of set all this machinery up and then change it over because, or you know, Asda's got an order for so and so. You know what I mean? It's all the same thing. They just changed the labels on certain bottles. You know what I mean? Malibu's in a white bottle. Yeah, it's a bit different white to, you know. I don't like Baileys. It's too sweet. But yeah, You know, it's just a case of, well, we've got the proper Malibu order out at way. We're going on to Asda's or Morrison's order now. So they want, I don't know, 50,000 bottles of this coconut base. So they put the labels, it's same stuff that's going into it. So that 50,000's out at way. So now we're going to go on to Morrison's order. They want 50,000 bottles of barley, whatever it's called. You know what I mean? So they've got the different, it's just the same thing, but different labels. But I've never been a fan of Bailey's because it's whiskey and I don't like whiskey. It's like whiskey and cream. It's too sweet anyway. Kahlua is fun to make. Had a neighbour lady hooked on the stuff. Exactly. He says, when I make the infusions, I only use the cheap home brands, pointless using. But the thing is, Gordo, you look at a proper bottle of Malibu and you're probably talking, I don't know, 15 or 16 quid. I got that for about 8 quid. So it's like half price at proper stuff. So, you know, it's, you know, it's a case of, for the same thing, it costs half at Pratt, but a lot of people don't realise this. You know what I mean? They think, oh, well, you know, you can't beat the proper stuff. You can't beat proper Malibu, blah, blah, blah. Exactly, Bella. That's 2 years on trot I've had that, and it's called Coconut Bay. So yeah, that's 2nd year running I've had that, and it just tastes like Malibu, except it's cheaper. It's half price of what proper Malibu is. So yeah, you know, and when it's like, I did order Chris a bottle of like Asda's own whiskey, but they hadn't got it. So next cheapest one was Famous Grass, so that's why I bought him that one. But I've just bought him like Asda's own vodka, and it's same with everything else. Same sort of thing, just in, you know, in a different bottle. Take vanilla beans and split them and stick into a vodka bottle. Let it sit a while, then strain out the beans, homemade vanilla infused vodka. Ooh. So yeah. But you know, I've been one of these that it's just the same, except Asda can sell it cheaper because it's long live smart price. But this is it, you know what I mean? It's you know, why buy the proper stuff at double price when you can get away with buying cheaper stuff and it tastes just the same? You know, it's at end of the day, it's a no-brainer, really. You know what I mean? That Coconut Bay, what I bought, it tastes just like Malibu, and it's half at price. So I'm not going to pay full price for a name. Let's just say, as I always say, it's just a name. You know what I mean? It's just a name, and at the end of the day, put cherries in there for a tasty vanilla cherry cocktail. Ooh. When it says made by Esso on the bottle. But I've just read that art, Jonny, and it says it's bottled in Netherlands. So, you know. It's all the same thing to me. It tastes same, you know, only half price. Smart price cola is good for cleaning the bog. Oh dear. But I look at it this way. I mean, all pop that I buy, it's all diet, like lemonade, cola. But we used to have smart price cola and we used to have smart price lemonade. But they pee in bottles over there. We're Netherlands. So yeah, but
Oh no, Bella.
Okie dokie then. See you later, Bella. Thanks for popping in. But yeah, so I used to buy the smart price cola and I used to buy the smart price lemonade. But it just don't take anyway. So I started buying the next one, as Partner says, the next one up, which they're only about 45p anyway. Yeah, it's like a mulled. Is it a bit like a mulled wine?
I sent you an email.
Oh. Oh.
I bet you wouldn't send also another one, would you?
I bet I wouldn't.
It's about that
about
SD card. I thought I'd done it all. Oh, wow. Well, yeah, they can take it out straight away.
Yeah.
To get it money back.
When will I receive my refund? If you paid with a credit or debit card, the refund may take a few days. So you're getting a refund for it, are you? I can remember you saying, Gordo, that it's made with honey instead of sugar. So yeah, but it's like I always say, honey's an alternative to sugar. A lot of people have it as an alternative to sugar. Vanessa, we have a long time beekeeper near me. I will buy his honey for the mead project. Oh. just add pears and fruit cocktails. Does anyone know when the next season of Picard is going to be out? No, he's something to do with Star Trek type of thing, isn't it? Well, it weren't what you were saying last night, Johnny. You were telling us about one going east and one going west. I bet you can't remember that. Yeah. But so yeah, it was on Amazon Prime. But you see, Chris is more into like Star Trek things than what I am. Like I do now. You're on about your moves. They can remember this as a weck I do now. Oh dear. Oh, Patrick Stewart is a fellow Yorkshireman as he was born in Mayfield, wherever Mayfield is. Well, that bit was when Ian come on and Chris, it was showing us his hairy chest, and Chris says he tried to show Jeanette your third nipple. So yeah, there was sort of some talk of moves and whatever, and I told Jonny to get a sports bra. Oh dear, that was funny. But yeah, Jonny were on about his moves. Keena took all the cream, so we had none. Oh. Oh, they've been in. Guess what? What you eating, Kate? I didn't get out, did I? Only Harvey Moon. When you went over, your trousers were dropping down, but you flashed as your Harvey Moon. And Tracy kept saying, Jonny, pull your trousers up. Yeah. Well, you see, I don't know whether you were there or not, Partness, but Ian Matthews come on and he got his dressing gown on. And basically, we're flashing his hairy chest. Do you want a clue? Go on then. But yeah, Tracy kept telling you to pull your trousers up because you were flashing your butt crack. In her Weffney, yeah. Oh, crisps. She's eating crisps. Yeah, and they were drinking cognac out of a crystal glass. Have them in pubs. Yeah. Basically, he flashed his hairy chest and he said, Jeanette, this one's for you. Smith's is the make? No idea, Kate. You got your Jonny 5 flag down and put it back up. We all stick the one with all stickers on. Oh dear. It Ronnie's, his Harvey Moon, as I call it, his butt crack, and Tracy kept having to tell him to pull his trousers up because he were losing his trousers, bless him. It'll probably all come to you tomorrow, Jonny, when you've recovered. But I don't remember that bit at all, honest. At Smith's, I don't know. Pork scratchings. Oh, well. Smith's. Hairy chest. Kate's got Kate. And Nearly says Kate's got an hairy chest. Chris has got an hairy chest. Becky. But yeah, Ian Matthews was flashing his hairy chest. Slightly hairy chest. Oh dear. Oh dear. Tell you, it was such a laugh last night. You know what I mean? Scampi fries. Yeah, I can remember them now. Because didn't they do like bacon rasher things as well? I use Polish cordials to make the fruit-flavoured ciders. You just reduce the amount of sugar and add when brewing. I add 1 bottle on first ferment and then top up. Oh! Get you now. But didn't them that make scampi fries make like bacon rasher things?
That's scampi fries in age.
I know. That's what Kate's eating.
Oh, come on, knocking on your door, Kate.
Only about 4.5 hours if you set off now. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yes, Johnny's got the odd ear. Oh dear. Yeah, but I used to love them. I could eat, because they only come in like small packages, don't they? And I could eat one after other. Hey, cheeky. Yeah. Becky, what's the year of chest?
Whose?
Yours.
Mine?
Yeah, that's what I find, Kate. They only come in like a small package. And it's like you get taste for it and then they've gone. Oh dear, only joking. Chris is like a gorilla. But funnily enough, Chris has got an hairy chest, but he ain't got one single hair on his back. You know, like when...
Oh, just a mole. Just got a mole on my back.
Yeah, no hairs whatsoever on his back. Yeah, honestly, he's covered in them, his belly everywhere. You see what Johnny's Scooby's in again.
Oh, damn it.
Oh dear, that one's a good one, Johnny. Oh dear.
Scoobies.
Oh dear. But oh yeah, that were good. Fruit turbo cider on YouTube. There's a few videos that come up for it. Oh, but yeah, I ain't seen them scampi fries in ages. You know, I used to love them. But it's like in our house, we only have Walker's crisps because Callum not eat anything, only Walker's crisps. It's all right, Becky. It were on Jonny's. Me and Chris had decided that neither of us were going live. We were going to have a quiet night in, and then we happened to go in on Jonny's. Hey, Wakey's in.
Oh, no, Lord, Happy New Year.
So yeah, me and Chris had decided that neither of us were going to go live. We were just going to have a quiet night in, just the three of us. And then we noticed Jonny were live, so we popped in, and then we got raked into going on channel on panel.
What is your channel, Gordo? Channel link. I search Gordo, and it comes up with sumo wrestlers.
So I hope you had a good night last night, Wakey. The Aldi crisp tastes exactly like the Walkers. But the thing is, partners, and this is as daft as it seems, a lot of time we buy Asda's homemade crisps, and it kept saying, "Oh, they're not same as Walkers." Yeah, a couple of weeks ago, he had some, and never complained once yet. I've been buying Walker's crisps because he's saying, "Oh, I don't like any other than Walker's." Blah blah blah. Hi, Ray. How are you?
Hello, Ray.
So yeah. So I mean, that sort of defeats his reckoning that they don't taste same as Walkers because he's eating them.
Stella went down really well.
Yeah.
Poor lass. What you done to Stella?
So if you missed it, Wakey, we're on Jonny's. Chris were absolutely trolleyed. Yeah. Yeah, and that's what my mum taught me as well, Jonny. Get what you're given. But yeah, so I mean that sort of defeats his argument because he has eaten Asda's homemade crisps. And what I was going to say was, in both Asda's and Walker's, there's only 4 packets of prawn cocktail. And yeah, so basically you have to get in there fast, otherwise Chris and Callum eats the lot. So was a little merry myself, slept really well though. But yeah, so basically I only had 1 Smirnoff Ice and I had 2 Malibus, and I was the sober one. But yeah, Chris and Jonny were absolutely trolled. I'm just reminding him, Ray, some of the things that he said in last night's live stream. It's the same here, Wakey. Well passed out. Actually made it to the bed, lol, though. Was already dressed for the next day. Oh, dear.
You can't get stuff, can you?
But I will say one thing for Chris. He did actually get undressed. I mean, he probably can't remember anything.
I've not been like that in a long time, however. Yeah,
I can remember seeing you, Ray, because he was saying, wave to everybody. So yeah. Oh dear. I sort of giving him a subtle reminder at some of the things he said, Ray, you know, when he can't remember, but I've sort of jogged his memory a little bit.
What we should have done is downloaded his video, his live stream,
yeah,
so that we could bribe him.
Jesus, in this house, no one likes prawn cocktail, Chris. At one time, we had over 20. Oh, you ought to told me, Gordo. You could have sent them to me. Yeah, it's like rocking horse poop trying to get a packet of prawn cocktail in this house. Trolleyed, how did that come about? Meaning drunk? Yes. Some of the things my dad said last night, lol. It's put away. Oh dear. But yeah. Oh dear. But I'm not well blaked. Because we're on about it earlier on, Wakey. I bet Wakey knows what you didn't see Ralph means. Because Jonny was saying that he saw Ralph, but I says I'm surprised Chris didn't. Bucket wrong landing, but he didn't see Ralph.
I don't think I made it to landing anyway. So yeah, barfing out the window.
I might have said I love everyone. Well, put it this way, Ray. We went about 1 o'clock and it said, I love you. And your mum, you know, your mum said, I love you. And it was saying, I love you to Chris. And we were telling everybody he loved them. Who his brother. But yeah, I mean, Partners knew what I meant by when I said Ralph. Oh dear. But yeah, we're telling everybody he loved them. You know, I says that's one thing that him and Jonny have got in common, because when Chris is, you know, trolleyed, basically is this sloppy drunk. He tells everybody he loves them, and you know, and ready salted bacon and cheese and onion, Chris, are the ones that go quick in this house, along with what's it. Now Chris likes the skips. Yeah, it's either Ralph or Uwe. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, obviously it's a Yorkshire word, and I'm sort of part Yorkshire, part Nottinghamshire, so it's got the same meaning. But yeah, luckily Chris sort of just got undressed and it was gone. Now, here's the weird thing. Where the hell does the diced carrots come from? Never eaten diced carrots in my life. I don't know. but it's like this, Ray. You know, I think the reason why we get along so well is we all cut from the same cloth, if you know what I mean. You know, we've got same sense of humour. You know, we had a right laugh last night. You know what I mean? It's, I think we all, you know, it's a tummy lining. Oh, so carrots are stored in your tummy lining then, and you know, once you get drunk and see Ralph, then they decide to make an appearance. So, but yeah, you know, we all sort of, as I say, cut from the same cloth. We've all got same sense of humour. You know, I'm this way. What you see is what you get. You know what I mean? And you know, Tracy and Jonny are pretty much the same. You know what I mean? I'm so glad I found your channel. You know what I mean? Now that is a laugh, Jonny.
What?
He says, well, as of next week, my shows will be very sensible and reasonable. Yeah, right. And Santa's real as well.
Jonny, your nose has just hit me in the ear.
It's not in Jonny's vocabulary. It's sensible and reasonable. Yeah, exactly, Pork Nest. But yeah,
got more chance of winning lottery than that ever happening.
I mean, ask your dad, Ray. You know, what you see is what you get. Don't bend over then, Chris. You know what I mean? You know, we've met your mum and dad, you know, they'll tell you, I don't put no airs and graces on, I don't get dolled up and blah, blah, blah. Wakey says, are you the tooth fairy too, Jonny? Yeah. Yeah, there's more chance of getting a sticker from Ian. Yeah, I've heard about these stickers. But Tracy will tell you, Jonny will tell you, you know, I'm not one of these that sit here and get dolled up to come on YouTube. What you see is what you get, you know. And Ray is Jonny's daughter, but she calls Tracy a mum. Just if that makes sense. I give her a fiver a tooth. I'm declaring bankruptcy due to COVID. So yeah, so Ray is actually Jonny's daughter, but she calls Tracy mum, if that makes sense. Oh dear. Oh dear. But yeah. You know, it's a case of, well, put it this way, Jonny. I'm glad them days is over for Callum. You know, it were costing us a fortune. But back in the day, when Callum were little, it were only £1 a tooth. So we got away with it lightly. Let's just say. Oh dear. So yeah. I mean, you've got to imagine he's 18 now, so it's been a long while since Tooth Fairy's been to this house. And when back in the day when he was losing his teeth, it were only £1 a pop, so we thought that were dear. So God knows how they go on nowadays at £5 a pop. It's only 4 and cost me £20. Oh. So, yeah, Tracy's actually a stepmom, but she calls her mum. Wakey says, a chunk of one of my teeth fell out on Boxing Day. I'll settle for £1. Oh, yeah, it's interesting. Okay, then, see you later, Amjad.
Is he going?
Yeah. Have a good night, Amjad.
I'm dead.
Partner says I thought it was still £1 or £2 these days. Yeah, it's like interest rate and whatever's gone up, hasn't it? So it's basically gone up with inflation. That's what I'm saying, partner. I'm glad now that Callum's the age he is, because he only used to get £1. Oh, I'm going to tell you a story now. We were told to knock out the loose teeth as young'uns. We got quarters. Johnny says, how can I put it this way, Wakey? I don't want your manky tooth. Right, I'm going to tell you a story now. This is a true story. My mum was a cheapskate. I used to get 10p if I was lucky. Anyway, Callum used to go to this because he got learning difficulties, he used to go to this like centre where they used to teach him hand and eye coordination, blah blah blah, you know what I mean. So anyway, before we took him to this centre, we'd gone shopping. So in the shopping, we bought these sausage rolls. So anyway, he went and did what he'd got to do, and we come out, and at the time we didn't have a car, so we went and stood at bus stop. So anyway, we all stood there, and Chris says, I don't know about you, he says, but I'm starving. He says, I think I'm going to have one of these sausage rolls. So I says, yeah, you know, we'll all have a sausage roll, you know, like just to manage us till we get home. So anyway, we all stood at bus stop. So all of a sudden, Callum goes, oh God, oh God, oh God. And Chris is saying, what? He went, he says, I've just bit into this sausage roll. He says, my tooth's come out, he says, and I think I've swallowed it. Can you remember that? And here's Callum at this bus stop. And Callum's having a meltdown because he's bit into this sausage roll. He swallowed the sausage roll, but as well, he'd swallowed the tooth. So then he stood there saying, oh, what if I ain't got my tooth to get it tooth fairy? How's she going to know that, that I've lost my tooth? So anyway, eventually, when we got home and it got calmed down in my Peppa Pig PJs. But anyway, so we get home, and I'm saying to Chris, sort of, well, you know, I've got Callum where he'd gone anyway. So I says to Chris, I says, we're going to have to come up with something quick. So, no. I says to, anyway, Callum, I says to Callum, I says, well, I tell you what, Callum, I says, why don't we write a letter to Tooth Fairy explaining what's gone off, saying you were eating a sausage roll because you were hungry and you swallowed your tooth. So basically that appeased him. So we sat there writing this note. Saying, dear Tooth Fairy, unfortunately, I was eating a sausage roll, my tooth's come out and I think I've swallowed it. You know, do you still come to people that, you know, have swallowed it? I can prove that I've got a gap where my tooth come out. So yeah. So basically that's what we did. We wrote a note, and I says to Callum, I says, rather than put your tooth under a pillow, I says, you'll have to put this note under your pillow. So basically, that's what we did. We wrote this note out for him. We put it under his pillow. So he comes running down next morning. He says, Mum, it's worked. He says, Tooth Fairy's left me £1. So I went to Chris, went, phew. You know what I mean? It worked. you know, we just wrote Tooth Fairy a letter explaining what had happened. And I says, well, she must have like looked and seen that your tooth had come out and know that you were telling the truth. So that's probably why she's still left you a pound. They gave me a strainer for kidney stones. I told them I ain't fishing for them. Pixie should have left an IOU until proof was provided. Now that's awful, Wakey. We had to come up with a solution because he were having kittens because he didn't think Tooth Fairy were going to come because he hadn't got a tooth to put under his pillow.
Oh dear.
So best way to thing is to write him a note.
I'll remember that next time, Wakey. Good idea, lad.
But yeah. We had to sort of think quick on his feet as you know, how can we sort of get round that? That's Yorkshire, lol. But yeah, it worked anyway. So he got his pound, and you know, we were well chuffed that he'd still got a pound, even though we hadn't got the proof of the tooth. So I says to him, I says, well, she must have looked in your mouth while you were asleep and noticed that, you know, you were telling the truth that this tooth had come out, but pardon me, that you'd swallowed it. So I kept saying to Callum, I'm sure you're not first one to swallowed it, Callum. You know what I mean? I says, you know, surely, you know, they're not going to check up on everybody. So anyway, it only happened the once. So from then on, when he'd got a loose tooth, he'd say to me, Mum, I'm chewing on the other side so I don't swallow it this time. Didn't he? I says from then on, when he'd got a loose tooth, he was chewing on the other side so it didn't happen again. I'm chewing on the other side, he says, because I've got a loose tooth this side, he says, and I don't want it to happen again. Oh dear. But now you know. Would you want to be the Tooth Fairy sifting through his poo? I wouldn't for a pound anyway, Gordo, put it that way. Good idea. So there you go, Tracy. If Keena ever swallows a tooth, you know, that's the brilliant idea we came up with. Write the Tooth Fairy a letter explaining the situation and that you've actually swallowed it by accident. But yeah, it's same as I says to Chris, it's a good job one of us can think on his feet and come up with a solution to it. Oh dear. But after that, he never swallowed another one because he were all, you know, I'm chewing on opposite side to where that loose tooth is because I don't want to swallow another one. Oh dear. Oh, but some, you know, some things, you know what I mean? It's oh dear. But I mean, I'm glad Callum were a toddler when he were, because it only used to cost us £1. It's okay, the 6'5" fairy already will know. He's talking about himself, a 6'5" fairy.
Oh, dear.
And then he said, did I say that out loud?
It's all on video now.
Oh dear. But when you've got littlings like that and then they're having a meltdown, you know, it's a case of having to think on your feet. So yeah. West Side Fairy. Oh dear me. Could be worse. It could be a ball fairy, Johnny. Oh dear me. But yeah, I mean, when it used to cost us £1 a time. Oh my God, Gordo. Oh dear. Right, guys, it's 6 minutes past 11. So I'm going to bid you all good night. And hopefully, the black cat, if he's on my pillow, is going to be evicted tonight, so I can get a good night's sleep. Just put it down there, Callum. Yeah, the tooth fairy ain't necessarily lady. It could be a man tooth fairy, so it all depends.
Could be gay tooth fairy.
So I'll see you all on the next one, and take care, everyone, and stay safe. That's the main thing.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Ace is just coming as well.
Easy, easy, easy.